All right, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about that one drawer. You know the one. That box, that little corner in your closet that's just overflowing with old electronics. Your tech graveyard. Well, today we're going to breathe some new life into it. We're going to transform those obsolete gadgets into some seriously amazing new tools. Come on, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? That smartphone from 3 models ago? The laptop that just feels way too slow for anything new? That monitor you upgraded from years back? It's kind of like a collection of digital ghosts, just sitting there, gathering dust. But what if I told you that drawer isn't just junk? What if it's actually a gold mine of potential, a total blank canvas for creativity, for utility, and hey, even for security? So the real question is, what can we build with it? Okay, but before we get to all the fun stuff, let's talk about why the default option, just chucking it in the trash, is such a terrible, terrible idea. There are these hidden costs that affect not just the planet, but your own personal security. First off, there's the environmental hit. E-waste is a massive, and I mean massive, global problem. These devices are packed with toxic stuff like mercury and cadmium that can seep into our soil and water. But here's the flip side. They also have precious resources inside. We're talking gold, silver, copper, that we can actually recover. That means less destructive mining. Second, and this is the one people forget all the time, is the data security risk. Seriously. Your old phone or laptop is a treasure trove of your personal data. And even if you think you've deleted everything, sensitive info like bank details can often be recovered. Just tossing it away without wiping it properly, that's like leaving your front door wide open for identity thieves. And this quote really just nails the whole idea. There is real, tangible value locked away in these devices, whether it's for charity, like it says here, or for your own personal projects, or even just saving a few bucks. That old tech is just waiting for a second act. Okay, so now for the really exciting part. Let's actually look at how we can transform these forgotten gadgets from, obsolete junk into genuine opportunities. This is where we get to be creative. Let's start with the most common resident of the tech graveyard, the old smartphone. One of its most powerful second lives? A free, fully functional home security camera. Yeah, really. With just a simple app, you can set it up to monitor your home, your pets, or your front door from literally anywhere in the world. And a security camera is just scratching the surface. I mean, look at this. This slide shows the insane variety of roles your old phone can take on. It can become a universal remote that controls your entire smart home. You can even lend its processing power to huge scientific projects, helping researchers fight cancer or map the universe. Or, and this is my personal favorite, strip it down to a totally distraction-free e-reader or a super handy kitchen command center for recipes and shopping lists. Now, let's level up to something a bit bigger. That old computer. I know that clunky desktop or slow laptop might not be able to handle modern software, but it has more than enough power to become the heart of your entire home entertainment system as a media server. And you know what? It's way easier than you might think. You start by installing a lightweight operating system. We'll get to those in a minute. Then you give it a fixed network address, set up remote access, which geeks like me call headless management, so you don't need a keyboard and monitor hooked up all the time. And finally, you install software like Plex to stream all your movies and music to any device in your house. So what about that old monitor just sitting in the garage? It's not just an extra screen. It can become this futuristic command center. You pair it with a tiny little computer like a Raspberry Pi, and bam! It can be a wall-mounted smart dashboard, showing you the weather, your calendar, news headlines, and all your smart lights at a single glance. And its versatility just keeps going. Plug in a cheap streaming stick, and it's a mini TV for the kitchen. Hook it up to your security system for a dedicated video feed, or turn it into a gorgeous digital photo frame that cycles through your favorite memories. And for the more adventurous out there, you could even build a smart mirror. Even that old Wi-Fi router you replaced a while back has a job to do. Its most common and honestly most useful second act is becoming a Wi-Fi range extender or a repeater. You configure it to pick up your main Wi-Fi signal and just blast it out again, finally killing those annoying dead spots in the far corners of your home. But wait, there's more. You could use it to create a completely separate guest network which keeps visitors off your main network for better security. Or you could turn it into a dedicated VPN router that automatically encrypts all the internet traffic for any device connected to it. Or, and this is a really smart one, create an isolated network just for your smart home gadgets, adding another serious layer of security. So, you've got all these ideas swirling around, but what do you actually need to make this all happen? Let's break down the toolkit. And here's a little spoiler alert for you. It's way simpler and cheaper than you probably imagine. So here's the great thing. You don't need a workshop full of expensive equipment. As this chart shows, the vast majority of what you need is just software. Specialty apps and lightweight operating systems, they do most of the heavy lifting. Then there are just a few simple hardware add-ons that can unlock even more potential. So here are some of the stars of the show. For turning that phone into a security camera, apps like IP Webcam and Alfred Camera are absolutely fantastic. For your home media server, Plex and Jellyfin are the go-to choices, for sure. And for that smart dashboard idea, a service like Dakeboard makes it incredibly easy. Now for that old computer that just can't handle modern operating systems, these are your secret weapons. Lightweight Linux distributions, things like Linux Lite or Lubuntu, they're free, they're super fast, and they're designed specifically to run beautifully on older hardware, giving that dusty old machine a whole new lease on life. And finally, just a few key pieces of hardware. A mini computer like a Raspberry Pi is the perfect brain for projects like a smart dashboard. Inexpensive streaming sticks can instantly turn any old monitor into a TV. And a powered USB hub is pretty much essential if you're building a server with multiple hard drives. So we've covered the why, the what, and the how. We've seen that what we so often dismiss as e-waste is actually a collection of totally untapped resources just waiting for a new purpose. And that's really the main takeaway from all of this. Your old tech isn't an endpoint. It's a starting point. It's not trash that needs to be disposed of, but a blank canvas that's ready for your next project, your next solution, your next creation. So the next time you look at that drawer of forgotten gadgets, don't see junk, see potential. See a security system, a media hub, a research tool, or a smart home controller. The only question left is, what treasure are you going to unearth first?